Hello, everybody.
Here we go.
Take 4. We're going to make this quick. Welcome to Viewsletter number 27. Our salty tribes, soon to be our spooky tribes for the month of October. And we wanted to hop on really quick and tell you some of our favorite Halloween costumes for families.
Yes, to dress up as a group.
Yes.
Because I hate dressing up.
Stephanie hates Christmas and kitties and dressing up for Halloween and
hate
fall and all that.
I don't like Thanksgiving either.
Anything that brings joy, she hates.
If it's cold weather, I hate it.
Cool weather. But she's always a good sport and always shows up.
I will dress up for the family.
Yeah.
I will
for the
do
sake of the family.
For the family, dang it.
Okay. So what?
So here's some things that we have done in the past. My very first family costume was Smurfs. Now keep in mind, I've got 3 boys, and my husband's obviously a boy, so we always have to think of things that are like all boys with 1 girl. So naturally I was Smurfette. Mm-hmm. Eric is Papa Smurf, will go down in history as one of the greatest things ever. And then we had Baby Smurf, and Max was Jokey Smurf.
Ask Grant to find it. Say, Grant, will you help me find
your movie? So we were Smurf family, and it was, and I made.
Did you paint yourselves?
No, we did like blue
long
shirts, and then like I had blue tights on, and
cute.
So it was pretty awesome.
I think very cute. I think the first family costume we did that I can really remember was Star Wars.
It's a good one.
Oh, no. We did do Star Wars, but the first one was Batman. And it was because we dressed my 5-year-old, then a baby, up as Robin. Then my 9-year-old, I don't know, my other boy was Batman. Then we dressed Reese up as Catwoman. And then Matt and I always pick a costume where the adult costumes are really easy to put together. So he just put on like a brown sweater and we called him Bane. And then I just wore a green dress and like purple tights and like
the Joker.
No.
Oh, Riddler.
Glen Ivy.
Oh.
I wish I was Glen Ivy. No, what's her? Poison Ivy.
Oh, Poison Ivy.
I dressed up as Poison Ivy. So that was our first actual like group. And then when Posey was born, we were Star Wars and she was BB-8, which was really cute.
That was really cute.
Yeah.
See, that's my problem is I get all the kids outfitted, and then I was like, I really don't want to spend more money on the adult costumes.
Right, which is something we talked about, because now that my kids are getting older, I'm getting a little more pushback with participation in a family costume.
I don't wanna be that.
Yeah, this one wants to be a dinosaur, and this one wants to be a vampire. And so, because we have usually more than one Halloween occasion, I kind of make a compromise with them where I'm like, okay, if you dress up for one thing with us as a family, it's usually our church party or a big party that we're going to, then you can also be this dinosaur when we go trick-or-treating or whatever. And so it makes you need to be a little more creative because you don't want to spend $100 on each kid for 2 different costumes.
True.
But you can make it work. It's not impossible.
I have tried to talk my family into Star Wars because I could be Princess Leia and they can be like all boys.
Yeah.
But Eric's like, no.
He doesn't want to be a Han Solo.
He's like, too obvious.
Too obvious. Oh
so, my favorite year was we went as a Mario family.
That was cute.
And I was Princess Peach. Eric was Luigi.
With the mustache.
With the mustache.
It was really cute.
And the black afro.
Yeah, it was cute.
And we had Mario and we had Baby Grant, so he was like the mushroom guy. Oh, he was Baby Groot last year.
Oh,
but
yeah,
he was,
true.
What's the mushroom guy called?
Toadstool. Toadstool.
And Max was like Wario or something, but it was really fun.
And they're all into it. Like, the boys were into it. So
totally
they were excited.
into it. Yeah. So that was a great family costume.
This year, as soon as Incredibles came out, the kids were like, let's be that for Halloween. So that's kind of the
So
gear.
Kay went right out and bought red spandex.
So everyone's in spandex this year.
And has been in training ever since.
No. Yeah, I haven't left the gym since. No, but that's kind of an easy one to do. I don't know if Matt and I will go full spandex. I might just have us wear like sweaters with the eye on it.
No, please.
Full spandex.
Matte and spandex, please.
I don't know. We might try and do like another SNL skit, kind of like last year.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. I'll post that one on the blog for sure. That was a couple's costume, not a family costume. But I think what's driving me to stay with Incredibles is I want to make my 3-year-old dress up like Edna Mode.
Oh my gosh.
And
that would be so
she's
good.
into it, and she knows who it is, and it would be so hilarious to see this 3-year-old with a black wig and bossing people around, which is what she does anyway. So.
Perfect. I think we're going to be Where's Waldo family, because again, there's one girl, would be Wenda. Gonna have Eric's gonna be Wizard Whitebeard. Anytime we can get fake hair on
anytime we can add hair to Eric, we do it as much as we can.
Hilarity ensues, pretty much. But that should be pretty easy. We'll just get red and white striped stuff and jeans. So should be pretty.
Do a family costume because it's
fun.
It's fun,
especially while your kids are younger, because then you don't get the pushback.
You don't get as much pushback, but they get into it because when they see that it's a collection, like, I don't know, I think, like, my kids start to get it. They're like, well, what are we going to do together this year? So they get into it.
And this is my Max's, like, last official Halloween. We aren't going to let him trick or treat.
Because she hates Halloween. And
I just think once you're 12...
Magic. She hates magic.
I like Harry Potter.
That's next year.
Yes. Anyway, so I was like,
because he aged out of trick or treating.
My mom stopped me when I was 12.
I don't remember how old I was. I asked my mom, and she couldn't remember. But I vividly remember going out with friends without parents to trick or treat, and I was a genie, right? Is that what it was? Like a That was a good costume. Yeah.
So this is like our last official year, so he's on board.
You can still dress up next year.
True. You just can't collect candy.
No candy for poor Max.
Sorry.
All right, guys. So read the post, get some inspiration,
or send us your best ideas.
Send us some ideas. What have you done?
What are you gonna be?
Yeah, because we always love to hear back from you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Have a great week.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.